Good afternoon, and thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us. I'm on behalf of Conexión Deportiva Nica, the social media and web from Nicaragua. As the pitching coach of the Tampa Bay Rays and also as a former MLB player, we would like today to discuss a little bit more about Erasmo Ramirez and how he has been in his career for like more than 13 years. How do you evaluate Erasmo Ramirez's consistency considering he has maintained it 13 years in the MLB?
Well, he's a guy that attacks the strike zone. He's an elite commander of the baseball. That's a pretty big component to the consistency that you're discussing and how long he's been in the game. But he's also evolved, like a lot of pitchers have to, as the game changes over time. And he's built out this arsenal and refined his right and left-handed attack, and he's been successful doing that, so much so that he's been able to accumulate 13 years and still be a successful pitcher in the big leagues.
We know that the Tampa Bay Rays organization have signed Erasmo for a couple times. So what are the key points that you see on him that you say, oh, I want this guy on my team?
Well, first of all, he's a wonderful teammate. He's a leader in the clubhouse. He's a leader down in the bullpen. Those are things that you take note of outside of what he can actually do on the mound. But he brings a ton of reliability and competitiveness every single time that he comes out, and the fact that he throws strikes, at the level that he does, it forces hitters' hands, and he's always been a target of ours, just kind of given the fact that he's had the success that he's had, and he's been as consistent as he's been.
Yeah. Is there any new pitch technique or delivery that he's doing at this time?
He's actually been able to generate more arm side movement on his sinker through seam shifted wake and cutting it a little bit more to be able to generate that additional tail. Outside of that, he works really hard each day just in terms of maxing the output of his body and his delivery, and you've seen some subtle velocity increases, but generally speaking, that doesn't happen for somebody that's got the mileage that he has and at the age that he is, but that's a testament to his work ethic and what he puts in every day.
Considering his current performance, how much longer do you think he will be in the MLB?
Well, I mean, considering what he's been capable of, even here most recently, I think, he could easily pitch till he's 40 years old. He takes really good care of himself, and he's tremendous. He has a tremendous ability to bounce back from one outing to the next. So that durability in his strike throwing by itself, I think, will give him an opportunity to pitch to age 40.
Erasmo Ramirez has previously been a starting pitcher. Now we have seen him like reliever, or sometimes he's a closer. Is there maybe in the future? Is there any possibility that he could be a starting pitcher again?
I think it is a possibility. I mean, he does profile, just given that he's neutral to right-handed and left-handed hitters. He throws a lot of strikes, and again, I touch on that durability. I mean, he's capable of throwing an inning today and still giving us 3 innings tomorrow. That's a very unique skill set that not many players have in terms of being able to bounce back from that type of workload. But yeah, there's no question that he's a guy that could very easily be capable of starting still in his career. And again, some of that comes back to, or I would attribute it to, the fact that he works, his work ethic is what it is, and he comes here every day with a goal in mind to get better.
Our home sport is baseball back in Nicaragua. So what advice would you give to all those teenagers or young adults or athletes that the dream is to be in the MLB in the future?
Well, I think you look no further than the success that Erasmo's had, and using his journey is something that might propel some young kids from Nicaragua to pursue baseball and pursue a dream, and I guess kind of use his blueprint as something to follow. And if it's a game that you enjoy, you're going to want to work at it, and you're going to give yourself the best opportunity to pursue it potentially as a career.
Okay, this is all the questions, and thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thanks.